I'm interviewing a man in an hour. I'm really excited to have him on the podcast. He's really nice as well, super sound. We had a conversation I spoke about on the vlog last week. We had a conversation on the phone, and we actually had to stop talking. We were like, oh my god, we're nearly doing a podcast now. So I think it's going to be a really, really good one. It should be out Wednesday. I'm not journaling. I don't journal. When I was a kid, I used to fantasize about having a diary because I think everyone in all the TV shows I watched kept diaries, and I think they that it was like, dear diary, and I used to get diaries and I'd write that first page. It'd be like, hey, I guess we're gonna get to know each other a lot better over the next few months. My name's Jenny, but you already knew that. I'm kind of crazy. It would be just so ridiculous. And that would be the only entry. Maybe one other. And you know what? I'm trying to keep more of a diary, just to do kind of stuff. And I already missed a week. I'm trying to fill it out, just 3 things a day. Because I actually have a pretty busy fucking week this week, to be honest. Which is great. Love it. But when I have morning and evening appointments, I get very confused. So everything's in there. I'm exhausted today and I don't know why. I slept for 9 hours and I'm so tired, but I think I feel a bit better now after I had a coffee. Anyway, do you want to hear about last week's podcast? Last week, it came out today, I released a podcast, kind of not deconstructing, because that's the wrong word completely. More I took a bit of a deep dive, overused term I know, into 3 kind of internet, not fads, but 3 things that have kind of been co-opted by the internet, and I become really trendy, become trending on YouTube or whatever, or just something that you hear influencers talk all about and it's kind of lost a bit of meaning. So I spoke about manifestation, I spoke about ASMR, and I spoke about mukbang. So the manifestation stuff, I understand could sound annoying that I'm I spoke about manifestation, because I get really turned off really easy when things come a meme, and I think a lot of people do. And when it actually started to just piss me off so much, the amount of people talking about fucking manifestation on Instagram. I don't know why. And then maybe that's just me being negative. I'm open to the critique. But I was just oh, for fuck's sake. Another manifest your dream life, girl. It's just a bit but I knew that there was truth to the power of manifestation. And a real ick for me is when people cite The Secret as their favorite book. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, when I was 18 I read The Secret and I was fucking buzzing. But if that's the tip of the iceberg, I don't know, so but I wanted to look into what the actual science was, and the research, and if there's any evidence that manifestation works, and there is. So that was really that was cool. I'm now I want to manifest it, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't know, cringe, And then I looked at ASMR and mukbang, and I kind of looked at what ASMR is it verifiable, or is it just an Insta or a YouTube thing that people say they have when they don't? Is it does everyone have it, or is it more an individual thing? And then with mukbang, I kind of looked at it more from is it therapeutic to people? Is it harmful? Does it teach people bad eating habits, in the sense of binge eating? Does it skew people's kind of perception on calories and portion size, or is it therapeutic to some people who might have food fear, food phobias, food disorders, eating disorders? Because I've heard that too, that it can help some people. So I looked into that. I actually really liked it, and if there's any other kind of Instagram trends you want me to look into, let me know, because I just found it this is obviously it's 2 sides to every coin. Do you like these pajamas I have? I got them recently. I got them the other day. They're from they're shorts. Can you see? Little shorts. They're from Monkey. I love that brand. I think they're sustainable vibes as well, even though you buy them from fast fashion, suit me. But I really wanted pajamas. I don't sleep in pajamas, but I wanted pajamas just to kind of wear when I'm out of the bath, but that are cotton, because I have silk ones, but when you get out of the bath, you're sweating. And I liked that they're shorts, but long sleeves. If anyone knows any good like pajama companies, I just want like ones like this, like checkered or striped, cotton, button down. I would like some long ones, but I just don't like any like flannelly or like, what the fuck is up with Pennies recently, guys? I went into Pennies and like, are like adult women regressing that much? The fucking pajamas in there are either like slut, which is grand, but like that's not comfortable, or they're like adult baby. Like, I swear to God, they're all like, maybe they're just making them for teenagers, but they're like Disney and like fleece. I'm like, how the fuck are you wearing fleece pajamas? You must be roasting. Something that I read about the Power of Manifestation, right? I'm just gonna like, spoiler alert or whatever. That really stuck with me was like, when you visualize something, and this is the science, right? The science says when you visualize something, it lodges in your brain as a memory. And when something lodges in your brain as a memory, you basically act as if it's real. And I don't know, I never thought about it like that before. So that's when they were talking about the power of like visualization. And another thing I read is that if you just tell your brain what you want, your brain gets bored. And I think that's like, you know, basically what I found out was that like manifestation and like the how to do it and all that kind of shit is way more particular than what Instagram is kind of letting on to be. Like, they're just like, speak it into the universe, queen, and you'll get it. Like, no. I won't give the full tea because it's on the episode. Obviously sign up if you want to learn how to fucking manifest properly, because I will be doing it. But they're saying like, if you just tell your brain what you want, your brain gets bored and like doesn't pay attention. But if you show your brain what you want through either visualization or drawing it, you're like way more likely to get it. Just a free tip from me to you. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to work, record this podcast, and I'm gonna show you some keto stuff throughout the day. I have a little keto dinner planned for later, which I made last week and it was really nice. And I'm gonna show you keto stuff throughout the week, but we've actually lots on this week. Lots on. I've got a reading with Kate later. I'm recording a podcast with James Cabinet tomorrow. I'm streaming on Thursday. It's fucking busy as fuck, guys, so stay tuned. Oh, actually, speaking of keto, so after my vlog last week, somebody who watches the vlog reached out to me, and they were for Pure Company, and they have a keto company, and they sent me this out. So it's called Nutrient Butterfat Keto, which sounds disgusting, I understand, but stick with me. Do you remember a few years ago when it was real popular to have like what's it called? Bulletproof coffee, where you put like coconut oil and butter in your coffee, which again, I know that sounds gross, but it's actually really nice. This is a company that basically like packaged that. So as far as I know, it's a powder. I'm gonna have it in my coffee. I'm a 2 cups of coffee kind of gal, but I have to have both before lunchtime because otherwise I will just be too buzzing. What's up, Belle? You're lazing in the sun. Good girl. This is what I decided to wear for podcasting. I'm still wearing my pajama shorts. But like, you know, he's only going to see me from the top up. Like, even from here up. Whatever. Okay, we're going to try the keto coffee. It says 5 grams to avoid an upset stomach. I'm like, oh! So I'm just going to put a little bit in. It says mix it up with some like water. I'm going to put like a bit of oat milk in. Oh. I'm going to put oat milk in, to be honest. I think the idea of this is that like I don't have to use milk as well. I remember that from Bulletproof Coffee, like it went real creamy and frothy. Okay, the moment of truth. I didn't put any, I haven't put any sweetener in it or anything. It looks like creamy. Now I used the same cup as my last cup, so like don't judge me on that. But it looks nice. Smells just like coffee. But it is very frothy, I will say. I think it just tastes the same, but maybe that's the idea. Like, in fairness, it doesn't say like adding, it's just like makes it keto. I have set up and done a sound check for my Zoom recording. If anyone ever like wants me to show you like how I actually set up to record a podcast, not one of my own because that's just pressing a button, but like one with the guest, let me know, because I remember it took me so fucking long to like, some of the like tutorials online are really annoying and like just done like way too in depth. I can show you how to do that if you want. So just let me know if you ever want like any podcasting tips or like anything like that. Just let me know in the comments, because I will do that. I know how hard it is like to like navigate the whole world of like audio shit. Like even when James was like asking me for questions about like his equipment, I was like, oh my god, just I'll send you a list of shit to buy because I've done so much fucking research on it. Because like when I started when we started It Gals, there really wasn't much like resources out there. It was all real music based, and microphones were really expensive. You can now get way more affordable microphones, which is fucking brilliant, because I think podcasting is just so big now. They're like purposely making kits and microphones for podcasts. But yeah, if you ever want any tips, let me know. Anyway, I have to go bring my journal in, record this podcast. I'm actually excited to get out of the way, not in a bad way, but like I'm just like, okay, week ahead of schedule. We love it. Anyway, bye. Okay, so oh my god, I just finished that podcast with Peach, which was so good, amazing, all about Scientology, so that's going up next week. But then James was texting me and he was like, hey, I'm on my way out. We definitely said Thursday, but it's okay. So I have to clean the house now and record another podcast with James. BRB. Look who turned up on my door. A day early.
A day early. Oh my god, I'd hate me for showing up unannounced. So apologies, Jennifer.
It's actually grand, babes. It actually works out better. We're recording a top secret project.
A top secret podcast?
Not my podcast.
No, it's mine. And
Stay
this
tuned.
is not lipstick.
This is Bosco microphone.
And we have some secret food here for Jennifer to try on air. It's Curbini food.
I love that you call me Jennifer.
Jennifer, I know.
So stay tuned. Say nothing.
Stay tuned.
I'll just start by pulling 6 cards for the first half of the year and then go on a little further. So first of all, looking January, February, March, April, May and June. Let's see what's coming through on a month by month.
Hey guys, so tonight we're making a keto dinner. So I thought I would show you what I'm making. I'm making meatballs. I make these quite a lot. Super easy. So in here, in my little bowl, I have beef mince, but it's like the fatty one. I don't get like the extra lean one. And I have a little bit of lamb mince in there as well, because I just had some left over, but it is nice to mix them. Sometimes you can mix pork mince as well, which is like a very Italian thing to do. And then 1 egg and then seasoning. And I've just kind of mushed them all up. And like not doing huge meatballs. And we're just going to put them in. I'll show you the tray that I have them in. And then we're going to make a really nice tomato sauce. Cheesy and like creamy tomato sauce. And we're going to bake it in the oven for a little bit just to finish it off. So stick with me and I'll show you the meatballs, and then I'll show you how to make my special sauce. Here's my meatballs, and this is the base for my sauce. An onion, a shallot, and some garlic, and we're going to cut these up and start the sauce. So I have shallots and garlic cooking away in here with some olive oil, and then I'll add the onions in a few minutes. Just cook these till they're soft and not too high, like on medium. 5 should be fine. And if they start to brown, just like take them off the heat, because you don't want them to brown. So I'm also going to add just some crushed chilies, not too many. It's quite a lot, but just to give a bit of heat. I think a bit of heat is nice in a sauce. So I have the onions in here cooking away, and I didn't cut them up really small because I'm just gonna I'm gonna be using the immersion blender, you know, the handheld blender, to blend up all the sauce anyway. But if you're not going to do that, or if you don't have a blender, like chop them up finer. But I'm going to let them like just sweat away and get really soft, and I'm going to brown off the meatballs in a pan now. Don't even need to show you that, like it's just literally browning out this side. tomato sauce, and now, if just like this wasn't indulgent enough, guys, I'm gonna put some buffalo mozzarella on top. This is what we're left with, and I'm gonna put that in the oven for about 20 minutes. So while that's cooking, I thought I'd talk to you a bit. That's my laptop light, because I've no lights in here. It's probably a bit harsh, isn't it? I want to talk to you about my reading with Kate. So Kate, I had on my podcast before. She's one of my internet friends anyway, but she's also an amazing intuitive tarot reader, astrologer. Like, she has predicted some of the biggest things for me in the last, like, I think about a year and a half. I've had 2 readings from her. And between my personal readings with her and even like the readings that she does on her YouTube channel, I'll link her YouTube channel below. They've always just been so incredibly accurate, and she is like, she's not only like given me insight into things, she's also like literally given me guidance. It's very intuitive. It's just very interesting, and she's helped me and given me a lot of guidance through a lot of things. So even if, as I said, you don't like fully believe the whole tarot thing, if anything, you can look at it as almost like having a confidant who can help guide you through certain things in your life, and she's really helped me and given me clarity and given me a lot of confidence around some aspects in my life, in my career. She has, I've kind of always come to her like on the brink of starting something, and I had a reading with her in the middle of the summer. It was actually, I mentioned it before, I started a vlog during the period where like all that shit was going on last summer. I never uploaded the vlog. I have all the footage. It's a bit raw, as I said. But it ended on a reading that I had with Kate, and I remember Kate kind of being like, you know, she didn't know anything that was going on bar whatever anyone else did, and she was kind of like, you know, obviously this is a time of turbulence for you, but I see that you have, she's like, I see that you're ready to like pursue something else, pursue different interests. And like at that time it was around that time that I had thought of the name Red Room, and I'd just gotten up the courage and the kind of confidence again to start another podcast. And those words that she said to me, like, I don't know, it did fill me with confidence. And you can think that's silly, and that's fine, it's your own prerogative, but like, I think no matter what, like whatever, if anyone can just fill you with confidence in any way, that's going to be a good thing, right? Anyway, we had a reading which was very interesting, and I'm just talking about it because Kate is deadly. And if you want a reading, if you've ever wanted to get like a tarot reading, or she also does birth chart readings, I'm pretty sure, I would say get in touch with her because she's really interesting. Or if you just want to listen to her talk about it, you can sign up to my podcast and we talk about it a lot there. But yeah, my dinner is ready in 5 minutes. I have a little bit of work to do, and I'll show you when it's on the plate. So this is it on the plate. Meatballs, and I roasted some broccoli. I've been doing this a lot as a side, and you'd be surprised how filling this is. Bone apple teeth. Evan started training really late at night now, so I'm always on my own from like 9:30 to close to 11, and this is what I do now. So if you guys ever wondered what a keto dessert looks like, I am eating so much of this. It's just strawberries and cream, and I get like 85% dark chocolate, because you're not really supposed to have that much chocolate, you know, because even in like the high cocoa amount or whatever, there's still a lot of sugar, or not a lot, but you know, enough to kick you out of ketosis. So I just get like a knife or a grater and shred some on it, and it's so good. I put like stevia, some liquid stevia in the cream to sweeten it. I used to hate cream, literally up until I started doing keto. It's so weird, but it's like the more you eat fats, the more you crave them as well. Because like I'm gonna get my period like next week, and I haven't had any carb cravings. I really thought I would want like a big bag of Maltesers or like pasta, and I just haven't. I will eat you fucking out of your cream in your house. I will eat like bowls of cream. It's fucking delish. Hey guys, so we're finished the stream, and as I said, dinner always suffers when I live stream, unfortunately, because it takes me pretty much right up to the end to fucking set up and get everything sorted. So I'm making it really quick. beef stir fry. Sorry, I'm crouching. It's because I've no tripod. It's all packed away. And I thought I'd show you because you could definitely make this non-keto as well. Really easy too, but I'll show you. Hang on. In here I have 2 sirloin steaks chopped up. I put in an 1/8 of a cup of soy sauce, some crushed mince, so some crushed garlic, some crushed ginger, and then I put in some stevia sweetener. Now you could use mirin. I use mirin a lot, which is like a sweetener in like Japanese food. Half a juice of a lemon, and then I also put in some rayu that has like sesame and peanut in it, which is really nice. And I'm just letting it marinate. Obviously, ideally, you'd let this marinate as long as possible, but I'm just doing like 15 minutes. And then I'm going to fry this off, and I'll show you the rest of the stir fry in a sec. I'm also going to put in a little bit of sesame oil. This is done marinating now. So I'm going to toss in a little bit of this, mix it around, and then I'm going to fry off the beef, but keep the sauce in here. Like, you want to put it in the wok with as little sauce as possible. I have a wok, but I don't know, it just doesn't really, it's not great. I don't think it's great, to be honest. So this is just a little bit better, but obviously if you have a good wok, use that. To be honest, again, I know I always say it, but like I really wish I had a gas burning stove because the electric stoves are so bad. They take so long to heat up. They're crap for when like the pan doesn't fit the little circle enough. Whereas like gas, like the flame will heat it all up around. It's just way better. So I've kept some of the sauces. I know there's not a lot, but it's just because if that goes in there with this, these don't like really brown properly. They just kind of broil almost. My hands are dirty. So you just want to put them in as little sauce as possible first before you put the broccoli in. Okay, honestly, I'm not really happy with how they've browned. Again, it's just the pan doesn't get hot enough. The wok doesn't work properly. And now I'm going to add in my broccoli. Then we're going to put in the rest of the sauce. I'm going to add in a tiny bit of ponzu, just a little bit for added kind of citrusy flavour. Okay, now it's cauliflower rice time. So you can get this in like little. I get it in Super Value as well. It's kind of the same price everywhere. You get 2 little bags. One of them has exploded, and I just pop them in the pan with some oil. I've chopped up that egg and just set it aside. It's kind of off the heat. So I'm going to put some tamari in, or soy sauce. Not too much. And just mix it all up. To be honest, cauliflower rice was the first thing I was really skeptical of going into keto. But it's actually nice. Like if you make it like this, which you can get away with on keto because you need the fats from the eggs, and I put a little bit extra oil on. It's really, really tasty. Kimchi is really nice in it as well. I think I'm going to have some kimchi on the side instead of in the rice tonight though. But you do need to cook it for a little bit on the wok because I'm cooking it from frozen. I need to buy more of this. A little bit of sesame oil on it. Because I heard that seed oils are really bad for you, and I panicked because I love sesame oil, even though it's so fucking expensive. But I looked it up, and sesame oil is actually good for you. It has lots of omega-3s and 6s. Usually I'd also have green, like spring onions in here, but I forgot to get some. You can also like grate a carrot, which is nice. This is my favorite kimchi, the little pot that you can get in the Asian market. I know I'm like a broken fucking record, but it really is the best. There we have it. A low carb to no carb beef stir fry with egg fried cauliflower. God, I can't speak. Egg fried cauliflower rice, broccoli and some kimchi. Bon appetit.